Ever felt like you're stuck in a financial relationship that just isn't working anymore? You know, that feeling when you're looking at your investment app and thinking, this isn't it. This isn't what I signed up for. Maybe it's the fees, maybe it's the performance, or maybe you've simply outgrown it. If you're here, chances are you're wondering how to break up with Acorns. And let's be honest, breaking up, even with an app, can be a little awkward. We've all been there. You start with good intentions. Micro-investing? Sounds brilliant. Roundups? Genius. You imagine your spare change magically transforming into a financial empire. But then, life happens. Priorities shift. You need access to your funds, or you find a better investment strategy. And suddenly, you're faced with the question, how do I actually quit Acorns? It's not as simple as deleting the app, is it? We know that. There's the money, the accounts, the potential tax implications. It feels like untangling a complex web, and honestly, many of us just put it off. I'll deal with it later, we tell ourselves. But later becomes never, and you're still paying those fees, still wondering if your money could be working harder elsewhere. So, let's cut to the chase. You're not alone. This is a common question, and today, we're going to walk through the entire process, step by step, so you can confidently close your Acorns account and move on to whatever financial journey awaits you next. First, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Why do people even want to quit Acorns? It's not a bad platform, right? It's designed for beginners, for those looking to dip their toes into the world of investing. But here's the thing, everyone's financial journey is unique. Maybe you've realized the roundups aren't adding up to the substantial growth you were hoping for. Maybe the management fees, which seemed small at first, are eating into your returns more than you anticipated. Or perhaps you've simply gained a better understanding of investing and want to take control of your portfolio with a brokerage offering more diverse options. For some, it's about accessibility. Needing immediate access to funds can be a pain with certain Acorns accounts. For others, it's about transitioning to a more comprehensive financial planning tool or a platform that better aligns with their specific investment goals. Whatever your reason, it's valid. Your money, your choice. And understanding how to navigate this process is crucial. Now, let's dive into the practical steps. The first and most critical step is to understand your account balances. You need to know exactly how much money you have across all your Acorns accounts. Invest, later, spend, and early. Write it down. Make a spreadsheet. Get organized. This is your baseline. Next, you need to decide what to do with your investments. Are you planning to transfer them to another brokerage? Are you going to liquidate them and move the cash to a bank account? This is a crucial decision that will impact the next steps. If you're transferring, you'll need to open an account with your new brokerage and understand the transfer process. Most brokerages have a dedicated transfer department that can guide you through this. Be prepared for paperwork and potential wait times. Transfers can take a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on the institutions involved. If you decide to liquidate, be aware of the potential tax implications. Selling investments can trigger capital gains taxes, which you'll need to factor into your financial planning. It's always a good idea to consult with a tax professional if you're unsure about the potential impact. Once you know what you're doing with your investments, it's time to actually start the account closure process. Acorns doesn't make it super obvious, which is part of the frustration. Unfortunately, there isn't a simple delete account button. The primary method for closing your Acorns account is through their customer support. You'll need to contact them either via email or through their in-app support chat. Be prepared to provide them with your account details and explain that you wish to close your account. Here's a crucial tip: document everything. Take screenshots of your account balances, save your correspondence with customer support, and keep track of any reference numbers. This will be invaluable if you encounter any issues during the closure process. Acorns will likely ask you to confirm your identity and verify your account details. They might also try to understand why you're closing your account. Be polite but firm in your decision. Once you've initiated the closure process, you'll need to ensure all your funds are transferred or withdrawn. Double-check your bank account to confirm that the funds have been received. Now, let's talk about the specific accounts within Acorns. If you have an Acorns Later account, which is your IRA, the transfer or liquidation process can be a bit more complex. You'll need to understand the rules and regulations surrounding IRA withdrawals and transfers to avoid any penalties. If you have an Acorn Spend account, make sure you've transferred any remaining funds and canceled any recurring transactions. This is essentially your checking account with Acorns, so you want to be sure it's completely empty before closing it. For your Acorns Early account, designed for kids, you'll need to understand the specific rules for transferring or withdrawing funds from a custodial account. This often requires parental or guardian consent and can involve additional paperwork. A common question is, how long does it take to close an Acorns account? The answer is, it varies. It depends on the complexity of your account, the type of transfers you're making, and Acorns processing time. Generally, it can take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. Be patient, but also be persistent. Follow up with customer support if you haven't heard back within a reasonable time frame. After you've confirmed that all your funds have been transferred or withdrawn and your account is closed, you'll want to review your bank statements and credit reports to ensure everything is in order. You might also want to update any financial tracking software or spreadsheets you use to reflect the changes. Finally, and this is important, take a moment to reflect on your financial journey. What did you learn from your experience with Acorns? What are your new financial goals? Use this as an opportunity to reassess your investment strategy and make any necessary adjustments. Quitting Acorns isn't the end of your investing journey. It's simply a transition. It's about taking control of your finances and making informed decisions that align with your goals. Remember, your financial journey is personal. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person might not work for another. Don't be afraid to explore different options and find a platform that suits your needs. Don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back from making the changes you need to make. Empower yourself with knowledge, take action, and move forward with confidence. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.